Morning, y'all. So, wanted to share some common things I come into working on my day-to-day job. Electrical problems. That's pretty much every old car out there has some major ones. This topic is going to be battery drain problems, which most old cars also have. So, here we go. The most useful tool for this is one of these cheap test lights. You should have one. Got a clamp on one end and a light. Anyways, so to find your battery drain, what you do is you take the negative off, which is already loose. Typically they'll pop pretty hard if they've got a battery drain. Then I just get a random clamp on the negative post just to hold my test light. So you take the clamp end of your test light, clamp it on the negative battery post. Take the other end and put it in your clamp here. If you have a battery drain, the thing will light up like a Christmas tree. If it's a bad battery drain, it'll be super bright like this, usually indicating a direct short somewhere. If it just barely glows, or you can barely even tell, and it's a much lesser of a problem. Like this one here, this is draining the battery, brand new battery overnight. So what you do is you put this on here and you go with the key off, go in the interior, and you pop one fuse at a time and check your light. When you pull the fuse out and the light goes out, then you have narrowed down your problem to that circuit. And then you can troubleshoot up from there, whether it's a radio circuit or whatever the heck it is, lighting. In this case, I pulled all the fuses and the light's still on, so that means my short is on the batteries, the constant hot side of the fuse panel, which is going to be somewhere in the starter, maybe voltage regulator system, depending on the vehicle. So I'll just show you what I found out. The wiring on this car is totally janked, not surprisingly. It has a Delco 10 SI alternator, and my test light goes out when I pull the lead off the number 2 position on the back of the alternator, which indicates in all likelihood a short to ground inside of the alternator. Could be in the windings, who knows what, but I'm going to pull this wire here off and watch my test light. Basically, the hot wire coming in is a constant hot. This is just a jumper wire to the number 2 terminal on here. Watch it pop when you hook it back up. Well, it didn't pop, but I'll plug it back in. Test light lights up. This should have, with everything plugged in, there should be no light. If you got a light, you're going to drain your battery. So now I know that my alternator has an internal ground and battery voltage is going straight to ground inside the case. So I'll swap this out, and in 99% chance it is going to be totally fine. So just a quick rundown on how to find a direct short. Don't just keep charging that battery or disconnecting it. Get in there and buy a $15 tester and figure it out. Alright, just to confirm my problem, my stupid cat thinks that I'm here to pet her right now. Okay, I have my ohm meter out. Both of these are grounded to each other right now, but for the sake of this test, I'm going to test this known good alternator, quit cat, on the number 2 terminal, which was shorted out on the other one. I have nothing. I'll go ahead and check the number 1. Still nothing. I'm going to go to the problem alternator, check the number 2 terminal. And now I get a ring out. And pretty close, about as close to direct short as you can get in the windings. Shouldn't be getting a ring out here. So that's where my voltage was draining straight out. Just show you again, terminal 2 Nothing. Shouldn't be getting any noise at all. So something in there is internally shorted. Terminal 1, I don't have anything. That's just the 12 volt excite signal. Sorry for the camera. This one's being a butt. Terminal 2 of the bad alternator and the good one. So this is what's killing my battery.